I'm going to visit the Hoover Dam today and take a dam tour. Now, according to our tour guide, we're going to be stopping at security so they can check us out. So she's given us these glasses to put on so we look less suspicious.
Teresa wanted to be frisked back there. I told her it was a full service tour.
Today we're going to the elbow too on the cavity searches.
You want
anybody
the
down for
long
that?
gloves?
Yeah.
As would be expected, there's lots of power lines near the dam.
Okay, I need to call your tickets in. 17 generators. When they're running to capacity, they'll fill 15 average sized swimming pools with water per second. So we're in a serious drought situation right now. And when we get there, you guys will see the white line around the lake. Some of you may have saw it on the airplane coming in. Looks like a bathtub ring. That's our drought line. On the left-hand side is one of our giant spillways. We have a spillway here in Arizona where we're now at. The other one's in Nevada on the other side. State line's in the middle of the dam. If you look, there's 3 cement piers. Between the piers are drum gates. Those drum gates are 100 feet long and 16 feet high. In the event of a flood, they come up. They're like empty water barrels. The water forces them up to hold back the lake. Damn. That is 48 feet in diameter, 440-foot drop. It's lined with 3 feet of concrete all the way down.
There's the spillway. That's where the overflow of the water goes. Wow, this is the new bridge going in to divert traffic from the dam, because sometimes it can take up to 4 hours to get over the dam. Hoover Dam was originally known as Boulder Dam, but the name changed and it was named after Edgar Hoover, who was a United States president and had a lot to do with the formation of the dam. When they were building this dam, they used enough concrete that you could actually go around the equator with a 4-foot sidewalk. Behind the dam is Lake Mead, which is the largest man-made reservoir lake in the United States. Wow, it is damn hot at this dam tour. Up there they got a bunch of rock bolts, and that stops the rocks from dropping on us. That elevator over there is what they use to bring the men up to the arch over there to work. When the dam was first created, it was considered one of the top 5 engineering wonders of the world. But there's been a lot of engineering wonders since, and now it's in the top 20. When the dam was completed, it was considered the world's largest hydroelectric dam and the world's largest concrete structure. I thought they said trucks weren't allowed to cross the dam. Maybe they're making exceptions for this. Perhaps it's for construction.
So much concrete here, they did not need to put rebar in the dam to reinforce it. No rebar in the dam. We're an axe head dam, 45 feet across at the top where you're standing, but the base is 660 feet wide. That's 2 football fields end to end of solid concrete. Biggest problem they had, setting it. Biggest rumor is that it's still curing. That's not true. Dam is set as it's ever going to be. We got creative in setting it, and this is how they decided to do it. They decided to build it in blocks. The average block you're looking at is 5 feet high, 50 feet wide, and 60 feet long. Then they numbered and lettered each block, never let a wet block touch another wet block. So they were A10 and B12, and the dam went up at different stages at different times.
One of the biggest myths about Hoover Dam is that there's bodies buried in the dam. But according to our tour guide, the concrete was only poured at 4 inches at a time. So the chances of somebody getting buried in 4 inches of concrete, yeah, not so much. The plaque over here, that is what marks the state line. And apparently this is also a scene in Fools Rush In where the 2 actors got into a tiff. Anytime you have a large structure like this, it's almost inevitable that people are going to want to jump. Apparently in the 60s they put a fence up here to stop people from jumping, but I guess the guys went the extra mile, so they took it down. There is no official toll on how many jumpers there have been at the Hoover Dam, but I'm sure there has been tons.
The last one was just a couple of months ago. We showed up, there's a police boat in the water on the other side. I told everybody you're lucky you can see the police boat because normally we don't see cop boats down there. And they have a cop pulling in a hook, he's pulling a body. We had a jumper up on the hill on the other side. And when we went around the corner to see the spillway, he had a truck, a red pickup truck was all roped off with yellow tape.
I might want to bungee jump, but I don't think I'd want to actually jump.
In the beginning, we were losing 1 man every other day from sunstroke. So management had a meeting. collectively they came up with the idea of giving the men water. I know, it took a group think session for that brainstorm. Our hottest 5 years in the 20th century were the 5 years we built the dam, with possibly the exception 1998, which was way up there. But it was very grueling hours, and these guys had to wait till break to get water at that time. So they hired water boys from Sunstroke Desktop literally that day.
The dam was built during the Depression. Believe it or not, the people who worked on the dam, a lot of the workers only got $4 a day. But the guys who did the scaling, scale of that, those guys, they got $5.75. And apparently the guys that went into the tunnels after they were blasted to make sure they were safe, they got $8.
So the reason why they would risk their lives, if you're a 55-year-old man, you come out here with your 25-year-old sons, they got hired, you did not. There's a lot of stories about men with gray hair turned away instantly for work, dyeing their hair black and reapplying for jobs. If they couldn't get work, they ended up in the Fremont Street experience, you guys. That's where we had our tent city called Hooverville during the Depression. No man wants to see his mother and father standing in a bread line for food. So some men would take more dangerous jobs so they can help their parents. Other men were just daredevils, young men in their 20s that have a lot of testosterone, and they just like the thrill of flying across the canyon. So for different reasons, men did it. The death rate here is so incredibly skewed. The reason why we brought this project in early is our 4 diversion tunnels. They allowed them 4 years, 4 tunnels. They did the tunnels in 2.5, shaved a year and a half before they even started the dam right off the bat off the tunnels. And the old way, and remember, these tunnels, and you're going to be standing in one shortly, these tunnels are between 1,000 and 4,000 feet long, depending on how they have to go around the canyon. It's 2,000 and 4,000 feet long. They blasted 24 hours a day. They had 3 8-hour shifts. When they blasted, you guys, the smoke in the tunnel was so thick, they said it looked like fog. They had men whose entire jobs was to run into the tunnels, find the men unconscious, and carry them out, where they were all diagnosed with pneumonia. None of the men who died in the tunnels got benefits for their families, death benefits, because none of them were diagnosed with carbon monoxide poisoning. So it's one of the hidden truths here at the dam that a lot of men died in carbon monoxide poisoning here, and it was not counted as an official death at the dam.
So you got that? Carbon monoxide poisoning was not considered a dam death. Okay, now our dam guide is going to take us to another part of the dam tour. We're going to go see the tunnels and the generator. My dam group is all taking the elevator down, but I'm a little claustrophobic. So I'm going to go down on the escalator. Oh, wrong escalator. That is the one that goes up. Oh, this is the one that goes down. Ooh, I'm excited. I've been wanting to take this dam tour forever.
It was the largest single contract awarded to that time by the federal government. It took the combined resources of 6 companies, forged into a single contracting entity, to undertake the mammoth project. In diameter and approximately 4,000 feet long, the 4 tunnels took 2 years to complete. With the tunnels open and coffer dams in place, the Colorado River had no choice but to leave its riverbed and flow through the man-made corridors. With the river diverted, steam shovels dug through as much as 135 feet of silt, mud, and gravel to reach bedrock. And there, Hoover Dam began as a simple square wooden form filled with concrete, followed by more than 3 million cubic yards of concrete over the next 2 years.
We got to take a dam elevator down to the dam generators.
Right there on that yellow line is where you got off the elevator just now. We walked up the tunnel. We're now standing there in one of the 4 large diversion tunnels, standing over this pipe you might have noticed through the window. Now that large pipe obviously runs right underneath the room we're standing in. It's carrying the water from Lake Mead, which is out in that direction. It's going to deliver that water to the generators that we're going to show you next. Each generator is a 65-foot long steel shaft. And if you look right here at the first generator, Nevada 1, you can see that shaft right there in the center, spinning right now at 180 revolutions per minute.
There are 8 generators on the Nevada side, and there are 9 on the Arizona side. I've been told this observatory up here has the best dam view around. And I gotta agree, it does.